And this is the start of YouTube censorship. It's the beginning of the end.
Well, it rained earlier, and that canceled my plans, tentative plans, and after the rain started clearing up and it got nice out, my plans had already been kind of washed up. So you know what? Today was a skate day, and honestly, I've been neglecting exercise, so it was very welcome. A lot of fun. But there is something worth talking about. I see a lot of people going on about YouTube restricted mode, and there's a few other issues with social media, so let's go back to the hotel, we'll talk about that.
Okay, well, I'm back. This is a beautiful hotel, by the way. The big story that everyone keeps talking about is YouTube restricted mode. I'm seeing a ton of people post about how they're being censored, how their content is not available under restricted mode, and this is the start of YouTube censorship. It's the beginning of the end. It's not. Okay, so first let me tell you what restricted mode is. It is an opt-in feature that you can find at the bottom of the YouTube page, and when you turn it on, it restricts content that YouTube claims are sensitive, mature, or political, and it's for people to have an option that they don't want to see videos like this. That's what YouTube claims. Now, this feature has apparently been around for a little while, but it didn't really get noticed until the LGBT community started talking about how their videos were blocked under this mode. People started asking questions. Why is a video about me coming out blocked under restricted mode? Is that not okay? What is restricted mode for? First of all, let me say this. We don't know what restricted mode is for. We don't know who it's for, because videos that shouldn't be blocked for any reason are blocked. Now, I've seen a lot of conservative vloggers talk about their videos being entirely blocked, a lot of LGBT vloggers showing their entire YouTube page, no videos. So I decided to do a test. I put my channel on restricted mode, and I have 3 videos that are not restricted. There's like an interview with me about citizen journalism. There's a small video about me and citizen journalism. But here's what I didn't understand, is that I have a video of the Cubs winning the World Series. That's really it. It's just a picture of the Cubs, they're cheering, and the video is me standing in front of Wrigley Field when the Cubs won the World Series. That video is also restricted. So here's what I have to say. You are not being censored. This is an opt-in feature, meaning people have to actually go onto YouTube, scroll to the bottom, click restricted mode, and then click yes. It seems like something YouTube is experimenting with for parents to block content for their kids, some kind of parental control, or that a school might browser lock YouTube for their students, in which case there's a lot of social and political content that they want to filter out. The bigger issue is not this stupid restricted mode. Who cares? You know, the average person is not going to opt into that anyway. The bigger problem is that YouTube is continually handing over advertising controls to advertisers. And yes, it does make sense to an extent that advertisers are going to buy ads on content they like, and they want more control on how they do that, because they're upset when their ads appear on videos of terrorism or murder or police brutality. They don't want that. But this generates a huge problem for people like me, journalists, especially independent journalists who rely, at least in part, on YouTube ad revenue. Over the past few years, I have been subsidizing my independent income with user donations. Right now, Patreon is the big platform. Before that, WePay, even GoFundMe works, because YouTube ads you don't make enough. Covering news and traveling around the world is ridiculously expensive, and YouTube ads aren't going to cut it. But now I have to deal with videos being demonetized because YouTube says they're not advertiser friendly. Well, no news isn't advertiser friendly. News is talking about the problems in the world and how we can fix them. Not all news is going to be happy-go-lucky Skittles and rainbows for kids. Sometimes you've got to talk about hard things to get the job done. And if we can't have ads on that kind of content, then we can't make money. We've got to find other ways to monetize. I think this is an inevitability. Okay, I've accepted that. And it sucks when I go into my YouTube channel and I see a video with 50 to 100,000 views demonetized. That could be $100, $200 gone. And that's a hotel room for 3 nights, potentially. Like this hotel room I'm in right now was like $50 a night. And that video that got demonetized, a day of work, I barely get any sleep, I put it up and I say, boom, let's make this work. Demonetized. Now, only a few of the videos I've produced have been demonetized. But this is a bigger impact on our culture than something like restricted mode. Whatever restricted mode is, YouTube says they're changing it and they're unrestricting certain videos. I certainly don't understand why my Cubs win the World Series video would be restricted for anybody. If baseball isn't something you would literally want anyone of any age or gender or whatever to watch, I don't know what you want them to watch. Seriously, it's baseball. Babies are sitting in their parents' lap watching baseball. Why is my baseball video restricted? I don't know what restricted mode is. I don't think anybody does. I don't think YouTube does. It's an experiment. Who knows? Whatever. We need to be more conscious of the effect that advertising will play on our videos. If the LGBT community is worried about their videos being restricted, they need to pay attention to their videos being demonetized, because that means people won't want to produce these videos in the long run. Yes, there's a lot of social and political reasons, and there's a lot of personal reasons people have to make these videos. But think about content that has characters. Fictional content, scripted content, or reality content, and a story. It revolves around someone in the LGBT community, and an advertiser says this topic isn't advertiser friendly, or news isn't advertiser friendly. And if those ad dollars start disappearing, then people are going to be less inclined to make that content. That will have a serious impact on our culture. So again, you know what? I accept this as an inevitability. Advertisers want more control. They're going to get it because they're not obligated to buy ads on my videos. Now, I know that the issue of demonetization has been around for a long time. This is not the first time I've talked about it, even on YouTube. But it's just frustrating when you see something like restricted mode, which literally means nothing, and you see people forget what the actual problems are. I think it's awesome that things like Patreon exist, because that's something I use and I have a lot of supporters, and I thank you all so much for contributing, because it really helps make this possible. But anyway, to wrap it all up, once again, just ignore the restricted mode stuff. If anything important happens, I'll make a video and I'll do my best to let you know how and why it works. But for the most part, restricted mode, an opt-in system that literally does nothing. It bans every video, basically. Everything. It's just basically turn off YouTube mode. No one's gonna use it. Don't worry about it, and no one's being forced to use it. If at any point YouTube forces restricted mode on people, you'll be the first to know. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram @TimCast. Make sure to click the like button, comment below and let me know what you think, and also subscribe for more videos like this, more vlogs every day, a new video tomorrow. I will see you all tomorrow.